All right, hello everybody. Um, as someone who was born and raised in Russia, I've always been surrounded by beautiful patterns on scarves, textile, dresses, even old wooden houses. And as a kid, I didn't really pay attention to that, but as I got older, I started to wonder, where did these patterns come from and what do they actually mean? And traditional Russian textile patterns are more than just beautiful decorations. They carry deep meanings, cultural values, and long history that is still being written. For centuries, life of Slavic people was all about harvesting and getting your house ready for the harsh winter, wars and defense from neighboring tribes. So there were no books and no Instagram to tell their stories, and people just used what they had, basically fabric, thread, and a whole lot of imagination and time. Women would weave cloth and embroider it with symbols that represented things in their life, which is love, family, nature, or even hope for a good weather. And a whole piece of cloth could be like a diary. Just you just have to know how to read it. So the patterns are normally divided in four groups, which are geometrical. It's circles, squares, triangles, and it symbolizes harmony. Then we have the floral that symbolizes fertility. Usually people pictured flowers, leaves, trees. And then the third one is animal prints. We have that symbolize strength and power. People pictured birds, bears, foxes, other animals. And then the fourth one is human pattern that symbolized for spirituality. So people usually pictured themselves and children. For example, the sun shape symbolized life and energy, while zigzag could mean water. Birds, for example, meant hope of new life, and bears meant power and wisdom. So I find it myself fascinated how a piece of cloth could tell a story of generations of people and families. And that is why I always wanted to have something like that in my wardrobe or at home. And my sister got me this beautiful scarf. This is the artifact I would like to show you. So she got it at one of the farmers markets in Russia. She still lives in Russia. And as you can see, it is symmetrical, which means harmony and balance. And the colors here are mainly red and yellow, which means joy and happiness. And we can also see a lot of circles, which means the circle of life. And so this scarf basically represents happiness and joy. And I think a scarf like that can be a very stylish component of every outfit. And not only are traditional patterns fashionable, but I also find them deeply inspiring in my future career as an interior designer. That is why it is important to me, and I feel very lucky to be part of such a rich cultural heritage, and I want to draw inspiration from it to my creative work. So also what I find especially unique is the combination of ancient traditions and modern techniques. So whether it's Russian embroidery, Japanese kimonos, or Native American beadwork, we all add our values, our hopes, and that's what unites us, and that's what makes culture so beautiful. So to sum up, what I love most is that every culture has its own unique patterns and symbols, and but behind all the colors and styles, we all want the same things. To feel safe, to celebrate beauty, to tell our stories, and to be remembered. That's what connects us as people. Thank you so much.